A candid salesman, Ramesh had been working at the most important boutique in town for several years. He loved his job and had been promoted to the personal styling area, which meant that his personal clients were pretty wealthy. He loved helping people get their outfits, and the clothes were fabulous. But some of the other salespeople, especially a co-worker named Poonam, were salty that he had gotten the job over them. He often made his job a little more difficult. One day, an older woman came to his section and said she needed a sari for her granddaughter's wedding. I have been saving for some time, and this store has great clothes, right? She asked to Ramesh. Of course, ma'am, Ramesh answered. Unfortunately, he noticed that the woman was wearing a simple dress and worn shoes. Would she really spend all her savings on this section of the store? Ramesh thought for a while. Can you help me find something appropriate then? Old lady asked. Ramesh greeted the client but wondered about her budget. Yes, ma'am, my name is Ramesh and I am here to help you with anything you need. May I ask your name? He questioned. I am Lakshmi Srivastav and I am delighted to meet you, Mrs. Srivastav replied. Nice to meet you as well, Mrs. Srivastav. Now, what's your budget for today? Ramesh said. I have said 3000 rupees. I think that should be enough for a nice sari and some shoes. Mrs. Srivastav answered and started browsing the racks of clothes. What do you think of this one for a wedding? That's a wonderful option for any evening occasion, ma'am, Ramesh told her. But he was worried. The sari in this section didn't go below 6000 rupees, so this was probably a waste of time for him. Mrs. Srivastav, maybe you should, Ramesh was saying about the cost of that section, but couldn't tell. I want my granddaughter to feel proud of me. She is marrying a man from a wealthy family, and they will be dressed like $1,000,000. This look beautiful. I'll go try it on. Mrs. Srivastav interrupted him and went to the dressing room. Ramesh didn't want to burst this woman's bubble, but she couldn't buy anything here. He was already losing real clients to his co-workers while wasting time with this woman. Ma'am, did you already search downstairs? There are great sales in that section. He wondered. Oh yes, I look over there, but the sales lady downstairs said me to come here and find a nice young man who could help me find the right sari. Mrs. Srivastav answered from the dressing room. Can you get me some shoes for this sari right away? Ramesh replied. He went to find shoes, cursing Poonam in his head. She was probably the one who sent this client his way. She was also pretty cruel to customers who weren't rich and liked to humiliate them with the prices of the store. Ramesh brought Mrs. Srivastav the shoes and came out the dressing area looking amazing. This is wonderful sari. And these shoes are gorgeous. What the total for this outfit? She wondered. Ma'am, I am sorry, I have been trying to tell you, but this section of the store is priced. That sari along is 8,000 and the shoes cost 2,000, Ramesh said. He hated breaking this elderly lady's heart, but it was all Poonam's fault for sending her here. I don't understand then why did that lady send me to this side of the store? Are you all making fun of me? Mrs. Srivastav asked and frowned. Absolutely not, ma'am. I don't know why she sent you here, but there is another salesperson who can help you downstairs. Her name is Garima, and she is so kind, Ramesh suggested. No thanks, okay, I'll change. I don't need to be humiliated further, Mrs. Srivastav answered angrily. Her smile had disappeared, and she went into the dressing room looking dejected. Ramesh got even angrier that Poonam had wasted his time and hurt this woman. Here you go, young man. I hope I didn't waste too much of your time, Mrs. Srivastav said when she came out with the fancy sari hanging on her arm. Her eyes were red, probably holding back tears. I'll go somewhere else for clothes. Ramesh looked at her walking away in her simple dress and ratty shoes, but he couldn't let her go. Mrs. Srivastav, please wait a minute, he said and went to grab a bag as well as the shoe box. Here you go, ma'am. What is this? I can't pay for these clothes. Is it another from this store staff? Mrs. Srivastav questioned indignantly. No, Mrs. Srivastav, This is because our store does not condone that kind of behavior from salespeople. Rest assured, I will be speaking to our manager about that other sales lady's attitude. But it is also something else, Ramesh started. What? She wondered. You remind me so much of my grandmother, but she died when I was a teenager. We also didn't have much money at home, but she always loved clothes. I promised I would buy her a fancy sari one day, but didn't get a chance to. This is my chance, he answered. Oh, I am so thankful. I don't know what to say, Mrs. Srivastav whispered through unhashed tears. There is nothing to say, Mrs. Srivastav. All clients should be treated with respect, no matter what their budget is. And buying these dresses for you has made me really happy, Ramesh continued. Mrs. Srivastav thanked him again and gave him a hug. She walked out of the store, smiling and waving while Poonam looked at her with her jaw hanging out. Ramesh lied and said that the lady actually had a rich grandson who paid for everything. The manager fired Poonam later that week for being horrible to many clients.